Let's be, y'all. This is Jen Fremont. I am going to talk about a book that is a starting point for a lot of research that will definitely change the way you think about things. The name of the book is Infinite Energy Technologies. I got that off of Baron Company's website. And there is, in the beginning of this, there is 4 people that are very, very important. First one is John Worsley Keeley. He was a free energy pioneer. Victor Schauberger. He is all about water. And he also did a lot with farming techniques and things like that. I did not remember until I was looking at another book that is a good book to get, which I should. It's over there, and I can't get to it without moving the camera around. But it is called The Hunt for Zero Point. And it's got a picture of him in it. And I suspected before that zero point energy ties into the energizing of water, the properties of water. Water is a substance that has a lot of different properties that can enhance the way your body works. I have what is called an energizer for my water, and what it does is it increases the bond angle between the hydrogen and the oxygen. If you look up in a textbook, you will see that the bond angle of water is something like 104 point something degrees. And most science will not acknowledge that bond angle can be changed. But this technology is used in the medical field and in industry because the properties of the water are much different. It will permeate your skin. If you increase that to the maximum, which is 114 degrees, it permeates your skin very well, which means that things applied topically, medications and things like that, can go right through your skin. It improves the way chemical processes work. It improves the way things are cleaned. And that's why they use it in the medical field, in industry, the chemical field, things like that. They use this technology, but most people don't even know anything about it. I started researching him more. I've got some other books that I will go into the other books, the more specific stuff, and videos that are specifically about these topics, but this is an overview for you, and this book is a good jumping off point to help you find some of these things that you want to research, because these are excerpts from other works that can give you a taste of it, so that whichever thing you're interested in, then you can go and find those things. Another one is Royal Raymond Rife. People have heard of Rife machines. Many people in alternative medicine and things like that have heard of these things. Rife microscopes. That is a type of microscope that the name has still stuck. He was run out of the microscope business because the people behind the electron microscope wanted to sell their stuff, and they would not acknowledge that he was actually taking real-time motion pictures of viruses doing their thing, dividing, living, dying, all that sort of stuff. And he was actually curing people with the technology that he was doing. So, we can't have that. People will say that, oh, well, the medical field, they wouldn't do anything like that. Your average doctor goes into it because he wants to help people. He is brainwashed into going with the way things are done in medical school. He doesn't know any better. He believes, probably passionately, that he is doing something for people. But if you look up the medical definition of health, you will find it is a lack of symptoms. That is not health. What most medications do is they put a Band-Aid on the problem. They deal with the symptom rather than the cause of the problem in the first place. And that's why you get side effects. It's just like your car. The oil light comes on, so instead of putting some oil in it, you disconnect the light bulb. And so, my car doesn't have a problem because the light's not on anymore. Well, your car still has the problem. You have just silenced the mechanism that tells you that there is a problem. That is like what pain is in your body and things like that. They're telling you you've got a problem. And most of the things in medicine are just going to put a Band-Aid on that and say, oh, okay, well, you're not in pain anymore, that's good, bye. You're fine, you're healthy. So, he is a good one to check out in the story of him and how he was run out. The last one is T. Townsend Brown. He did a lot of stuff with anti-gravity. You will run into him with the Philadelphia experiment. Some people say that that never happened, and I don't know if it happened or not, but I tend to believe that it did, because there's so much technology out there that has been suppressed, and a lot of stories have been put out to keep people from knowing what technologies are actually out there that will that work. I found a little thing on the internet, little documentary that talks about people working with water and various things that they're doing, like processes that can separate the hydrogen and the oxygen, and with a very minimal energy input. The conventional thinking is you can't get more energy out than you put in, but that negates the idea of the 0 point energy also, because that energy is coming from somewhere. But conventional science doesn't have an answer for it, so they just pretend that it doesn't exist. This book is just loaded with all kinds of stuff. I would say that this is a good book to get. Hunt for 0 Point is another good book to get. I am still waiting for a book on fractal geometry. So I watched another documentary about fractals, and I'm going, oh, that's what I remember putting together in my head when I read Hunt for 0 Point. I could put it together in my head, but I don't have the math to really explain it, and it was one of those things that I woke up to it, but the way of thinking is so different than the world around me that I couldn't hold on to it. That's why I'm rereading that book, because I think I'm at a better place where maybe I can hold on to that way of thinking. And that's one of the things about enlightenment, if you want to call it that. That you get this epiphany and you can hold on to it sometimes for a long time or forever. But more often than not, you get the epiphany and then it fades because it doesn't match with the world around you. And you're probably not ready for it. Anyway, that's all I have to talk about on this subject, and I will be making some other stuff on specific subjects later. Check back with me and see what I got here. Blessed be y'all. This is Jen Fremont.